Hello, Grasshoppers. Good morning and welcome to the Bot Signal. I am, of course, RJ Redden, your host. And this morning, I want to, if you haven't ever seen me before, by the way, entrepreneurs hire me to skyrocket their marketing message because most feel like they're shouting into a black hole or they're a carbon copy of everybody else and they can't get traction online. There's so many voices out there. They just can't get heard. So I create epic engagement experiences that get people to click that button, connect with you, and convert like crazy. Bottom line, I am on a mission to get 1 million people to change their marketing. And we're going to start with you today. So, my friends, today I want to talk about something very, very special, and that is an elephant in the room. It is an elephant called email. Now, why is it an elephant? Why is it pink? Why is it standing in my living room? You know, if you've been watching this show for any period of time, I'm not in love with email. I'm not. It seems like a way to get a hold of people that is just not super fun. It doesn't, it doesn't trip my trigger, and most of the time they go ignored. So what's the big deal? Why am I talking about it right now? Is it important? It's important. It's important. Because that is still a lot of the way that people get new eyeballs. If you're not on a social media platform, that is a lot of the way that people get new eyeballs. And so we should talk about it today. I've got something in my eye. Only happens when I'm on the air, people. Anyway, today I was preparing an email. Yes, if you're on my list, you've probably got it in your box already. But I was preparing an email and I was thinking about what can I add to this that will make it fun, that will make it engaging, that will make it just even the tiniest bit interactive. Because here's the deal. People are used to seeing me being fun, interactive, making people laugh, doing all those little things that I do. People are used to seeing that. And so if I suddenly send an email that's a wall of text, that's a little bit odd. It's a little out of character for an RJ. I've spent a lot of time with the chatbots developing people's avatars, that little digital character that speaks for you in the bot when you can't be there. And that has had great effects, I think, with everything that I've ever done. People love those characters. People talk about them as if they're living humans. But why am I not? I just had this idea this morning. Why am I not carrying that forward into my email? Why am I not carrying that forward into all my forms of communication? I hadn't thought of it, honestly. I kind of have been writing emails. I occasionally promote some other people, partners, their stuff. You'll see that certainly if you're on my list, you'll see that email today, promoting Charles Bird's challenge, Human Lead Magnet Challenge, which is going to be super great. I'm freaking excited about this thing. I'm totally joining. I hope you do too. So why not carry the same sentiment? Why not carry the same character? Why not carry the same sense of fun as if my bot is writing the email? Now, we're not going to get the kind of interaction that a bot gets in an email. We're just not. A, most people don't open them. So, there's that. B, it's not really possible to plant a bot in an email. You know I tried, right? It's not really possible to do that. But you can put pictures, GIFs, emojis. You can arrange it You can personalize that stuff and meld it into something that reflects either your personality or your brand's personality, just like I do in the chatbots, just like I do in the chatbots. Now, there are some that will say, but my emails need to be more. Maybe they do. I don't know your situation, and I am not an email expert. I'm just saying I have to send them because, gotta have a list, I guess. Gotta send them. But you can send emails that are personalized. You can't do the whole choose your own adventure thing like you can with a bot, but you can, with an email, make it fun, make it personalized, and make it interesting to read. Now, I'm gonna show you what I've got on my screen over here. Excuse me. I'm gonna show you what I've got. It is, let's see here. We're gonna go for a Chrome tab. Here we are. Fantastic, fantastic. I'm gonna share my screen and show you kind of what I got going on here. Here we are. So here's a couple of things that I did, that I added to this to just spice it up a bit, to make it surprising, to make it something that was more than just kind of a long lecture of an email. You know what I'm saying? Now, I will say this. This email is disseminating. It's my cool word for the day. It's giving out a lot of information. So it can't help but be a long email. It's introducing a concept to people for the first time. You need some room to do that. You can't just, say a few things and go click here. No one cares. But you can even take these long form emails that give out a lot of information and spice them up a little bit. I'm going to get to the comments here. Teresa says, I keep looking at chatbot landing pages and slowly you're convincing me I need to bite the bullet. Well, always a hard choice. And consult your dentist. But I'm just teasing Teresa. Absolutely. You know me. I can't help but make a joke. So here are some things that I did to spice up this particular email. Now, I will say this. You see this from name up here, RJ Redden. Most of the time when I send emails, they're actually from Spinning Dragon. Spinning Dragon is the avatar in my bot. So it's not just Spinning Dragon reaching out to you in the bot, and that's the only place you can find her. You can also find her talking to you in my emails. You can find her. Actually, I've planted her in a few of my classes as well. I have planted that avatar all over the place because she's not necessarily just the avatar for my bot. She is my digital assistant. She is a place that you can go to ask questions when I'm not physically present, which is, most of the time. I'm at my desk here, but sometimes I roam away, and I'm often not physically present for the people that I'm working with currently. I'm screen present, but anyway, going back to the point, this is that thing that people are talking about called omnipresence. This is that thing that people are talking about where they're like, here are all my different channels. Here's everything different that's going on. It's not just there's only one place to get a hold of me. That might have worked in 1992. All right. When we still wrote notes back and forth in class. I aged myself. Anyway. So omnipresence, taking your bot taking my bot that I've worked really hard on and making it come out, making that Spinning Dragon, making that avatar omnipresent on all of my stuff so that people know darn well who she is and what kind of questions you can ask her and all of those different kinds of things. This is part of making your bot come alive for other people, making it something that people start wondering about, because if you can inspire wonder in an individual, you are engaging them. Okay. So wanted to say that. Now, here we go. Now this email came to me. It's part of a campaign that my friend Charles Bird is doing for his challenge, which he was going to come on the show today. We're having him tomorrow instead. It's just a better day for all of us. So he's going to come on the show tomorrow and explain. But this is all about his challenge. I want to let my people know because it's a free challenge. I know deeply what is in there, and I think you all can benefit from it. So I am spreading the word. I'm one of those people that that spread the word about this thing. So most of this email has actually been written for me. So what I did was try to find opportunities where I can add my own style in there and even my own bot writing style in there. Again, this is not a two-way conversation that we can have. Which it's unfortunate, but this is an expected type of communication that people occasionally do expect to hear from you when you have an email list. I know, weird, but so here's a couple of things. This is just add an emoji. If you looked at my bots, you know that they are emojiing all the time. And I kind of broke this into some paragraphs that made sense to me, and it was really scannable. I really suggest that. Short, sweet sentence. If you can get as few wraparounds, which is when, the sentence follows the sentence follows the sentence, and then all of a sudden there's a huge paragraph. Avoid those like the very plague that they are in an email, people. Do more like this. Do more like short sentences separated by space. People read those more often. And then, of course, I also have, I tried to put a GIF kind of up there, but it just didn't work out. I didn't find the right one. So, of course, I put my minions, slid those right after the announcement of the actual challenge right there. So so that's great stuff. So it doesn't have as much as my normal does. If you've seen my bots, I got GIFs all over the place. I got emojis all over the place. I'm playing with what's the right amount. What's the right amount to add in an email? It's going to be less. It's going to be less than what I put in a bot. Let me grab the screen again here. It's going to be less than what we have in a bot because bots are meant to be light and entertaining. Emails sometimes have a little bit more seriousness to them and have a little bit more information to get out there. So I'm going to probably put a little bit less in there as far as emojis and GIFs and everything like that go, but I'm still putting them in there. It's all about representing your brand everywhere you digitally go. Everywhere you have a digital footprint, represent your brand. You must do this. If you can, have it be a brand that's a little bit individual and that stands out a little bit. I was talking to some brand new people. I met some cool people yesterday. They were from Clever Made. They make camping equipment that's like fold up coolers and things like that. They're awesome people. Met them at a conference last year, and they were asking me about the cape and goggles, as many people do. To me, this is something that makes me stand out. I'm going to go on a cruise in January. I'm sure it's going to happen, people. And it'll be my third time on this thing, and everybody knows me by this cape. They just do. And they seek the cape out. I love it. It makes me individual. It makes me memorable. I'm a short girl without this stuff on. I'm a short, brilliant girl, but something that makes you stand out does not have to be something you wear. Could be something within your brand itself. But everybody, and here's I'm going down a little rant. Buckle in. Here's the thing. We all want the perfect logo or the perfect tagline. So that used to be it, right? Perfect tagline, got milk? Just do it. All of those things that commercials. Where's the beef? Now I'm really aging myself today. You know what? I age like a fine cheese. I just get better all the time. Anyway, so where was I? Oh, we're all looking for the perfect tagline. I remember doing logos for people 10, 15 years ago. And, just people are like really, really looking at that thing like it's the most important thing on earth. Graphics are important. Good graphics are important. You need graphics. My friend Fifi Rose, I will connect you. But it's not the end all be all of all of the communication that you can do with people. It's also the way you talk. It's also how you get down to a point. It's also so many other things. If you are creating branding right now and you are held up by some tiny little thing, I get you. It used to be so important because, that's kind of what that's kind of all, you'd hear something on a radio commercial, you'd see something on TV, and the tagline logo stuff would really stand out and not much of the rest of it. Well, now, it's a totally different world. It's a totally different world. You can stand out with every sentence on an email. Craft it well, and you will get good results. They're not great results, open rates being what they are on email, but you can do this. You can take any email and make it into a cool experience for people. If you are one of those people who look at the screen, a blank screen, and go, oh my God, there are plenty of email templates and stuff like that you can find online. I mean, lots and lots and lots. There's some from AppSumo that I use sometimes as a starter point when I'm feeling a little bit blocked. It's a package of 100 of them. You can go on there and get it for free right now. If you have trouble with starting, but let me tell you, you can personalize this thing. Make it a part of your client journey, not just I'm here to tell you about this again. No. Don't be predictable. Don't be boring. Be yourself. You are not boring. If you were, you probably wouldn't be listening to me. Anyway, so tomorrow, I want to talk about that a little bit. Usually we do Friday Wins. Last week we interviewed Linda Waterhouse, who does some excellent work on LinkedIn. I hope you guys contacted her if possible. She's just amazing. She's amazing. And tomorrow, so we didn't do it last week because we were interviewing. Tomorrow we're interviewing again. We're interviewing Charles Bird about his challenge. If you want to check that thing out, go ahead and you know what? If you want to check that thing out, I believe, yep, that's the link right there. I've got a link there. If you want to check out the challenge, you totally can. That's Charles's Human Lead Magnet Challenge. It is going to be a huge amount of fun, and I can't wait till it starts. It starts on Monday, so get in there now. It's all free and all going to be a lot of fun, and you're going to learn a lot. Going to learn a lot because Charles has just packed this thing with value for you. So he's going to come on and talk about his challenge and why he decided to do this, what's involved, all of the things. He's going to be on here tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central, wherever you're watching this. I'll be here tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central talking about the Human Lead Magnet Challenge. Don't miss the show. And I believe we'll also have a little, at 3 o'clock, we're going to have our usual fireside chat time in the dojo. So if you, if you want to, let me know and we will invite you to that. Thanks for coming today. Thanks for talking to me, joining the show, talking a little bit about email. Even email can be a little bit of an engagement journey. Just a little bit of work, And that too can make your customers or your pre-clients or whoever you're seeking to contact, you can make them go, wow, this is pretty cool. So, my friends, thank you for listening to me again. And I'll see you in a bot. I'll see you tomorrow.